People always say they want financial success, but they forget the most basic principle. You can't become rich if you keep paying everyone else before you pay yourself. This is not about greed. This is not about selfishness. It's about respect. If you don't respect your own future, why should your future respect you? When I built my first business, I didn't have a big office. I didn't have money. I didn't even have confidence. But I made a rule. Whenever I earned anything, the first portion belonged to the future, not the present. Most people do the opposite. They get income, and immediately they pay restaurants, shops, subscriptions, gadgets, bills, luxuries, and then they hope something will be left at the end. Hope is not a financial strategy. Every month they are waiting for leftovers. But successful people don't save leftovers. They save first and live on the rest. That is the mindset difference. If you pay yourself first, even if it is a small amount, you start building a habit. And habits are more powerful than amounts. Many people think they can't save because their income is small. But if your income increases, your desires will increase even faster. It is not the size of your income that decides your wealth. It is the size of your commitment to your future. If you don't save when you're earning little, you won't save when you are earning a lot. You will always find a reason, a need, an emergency, a desire. Life will not stop giving you opportunities to spend. Life will not suddenly become cheaper. So if you want to win, you need discipline, not more money. Think about it like farming. If a farmer eats all his seeds today because he's hungry, then next season he has nothing to plant. Poor farmers eat all the seeds. Wealthy farmers keep some seeds for the soil. Saving first is planting your seeds. Spending first is eating your seeds. The person who saves first doesn't become rich overnight, but step by step they build power. And wealth is not just money. Wealth is confidence. When you have money saved, you don't panic when there is a problem. You don't beg. You don't fear. You don't live under pressure. You make decisions from strength, not weakness. Saving gives you freedom. When you pay yourself first, you are telling your future, I believe in you. Many people say they want to be rich, but they don't believe in their own future enough to invest in it. They can spend on clothes, phones, dinners, but they hesitate to put money into their own security. How can somebody become wealthy if they are afraid to save for themselves? You must treat saving as a bill that must be paid. Not when convenient, not when there is extra, but always. You don't need big money to start. You just need to start. Small discipline becomes big wealth. Successful people are not smarter. They simply develop habits that protect their future. Pay yourself first, and you are already ahead of the majority. People always say they lack discipline with money. They think they need strong willpower to save. But let me tell you something. Willpower is weak, especially when temptation is strong. Human beings are emotional. We see something we like, and before thinking, we buy it. We say we'll save from whatever money remains. But whatever remains is usually nothing. So don't rely on your willpower to save. Rely on systems. Automation is the greatest financial discipline for people who think they don't have discipline. If your money moves into savings before you ever see it, you don't have to fight with your emotions. In life and in business, the smartest people aren't the strongest or loudest. They're the ones who build systems that protect them from their own weaknesses. For example, when you put money automatically into a separate account, you don't have to wake up every month and ask, should I save or should I spend? You remove the option. You remove the battle. You remove the excuses. Most people fail financially because they depend on motivation, not automation. Motivation can disappear in 1 second. One advertisement, one sale, one outing with friends, and it's gone. A system does not disappear. A system does not get emotional. It works every day, even when you don't want to. Successful companies don't rely on workers remembering what to do. They create processes, procedures, and schedules. That's why they grow. Your personal finances are the same. If you save only when you feel like saving, you will never have anything. If you automate saving, you don't need to feel anything. It just happens. It's like breathing. You don't decide, just continues. People say they want freedom, but freedom requires structure. If you don't control your money will control you. If you don't give instructions to your income, it will follow your emotions, and emotions are expensive. Let me give you a simple truth. The more decisions you make in your life, the more mistakes you make. So remove decisions. You don't need to decide to save. Let technology do it. Banks can transfer money automatically. Apps can round up your spare change. Salary accounts can be split into two parts instantly. You don't need more self-control. You need fewer opportunities to fail. If you automate saving, you protect yourself from impulse spending. You protect yourself from regret. You protect yourself from the part of you that lives in the moment and forgets the future. Some people think automation is boring. They want something exciting, dramatic. But wealth is not created through excitement. Wealth is created through repetition. Slow, steady, automatic steps. Just like building Alibaba took patience, building financial strength takes systems, not emotions. When you automate your savings, you stop being broke by accident. You start building wealth on purpose. You don't fight your desires. You simply let the system lead you. And when your money listens to a system instead of your impulses, your future becomes stronger than your habits. Most people think rewards, discounts, and cashback are just tricks from companies. And yes, sometimes they are. But smart people don't complain about tricks. They learn how to use the game to win. When you understand how the system works, you stop becoming a customer and start becoming a strategist. The problem is not the cashback or the reward points. The problem is people lack control. They see an offer and think, I must buy this because I'm getting a discount. Real intelligence is using rewards for what you already buy. Foolishness is buying something just to get a reward. The system exists for everyone. Some people get trapped in it, and some people profit from it. In business, when we built Alibaba, we didn't create a system to trick people. We created a system where both sides win. Buyers get convenience, sellers get customers, and platforms get profit. This is how a smart system works. Money flow is a game. If you don't understand the rules, someone else will earn from your ignorance. You need to use financial tools like cashback, loyalty programs, fuel points, and reward cards the same way you use technology. To improve your life, not complicate it. The question is simple. Are you using these benefits to save more? Or are you using them as an excuse to spend more? A wise person chooses the right tools and uses them with patience. When you buy groceries, fuel, medicines, online products, or pay bills, you're already spending money. If you're already spending, why not get something back? That is not greed. That is smart. If a shop gives you points for the things you would buy anyway, take them. If a bank returns 2% on your payments, let it. If a card gives you discounts on fuel or dining, use it, but only for the places you normally go. The trick is to control your mind before the marketing controls you. Many people believe rich people don't care about small savings. They think wealthy people don't look at discounts. This is wrong. Rich people respect money because they understand its value. They don't waste it just to look proud. Pride doesn't pay bills. Ego doesn't build wealth. As much choices do. Wealthy people don't chase discounts. They choose value. They don't let marketing push them. They use opportunities without changing their intention. That is financial leadership. If you want to grow financially, you must learn to play the same game companies play. Every business tries to get the maximum from you. You must learn to get the maximum from every purchase. Saving through cashback and rewards will not make you rich in one day, but it creates a habit of getting value out of every rupee. A good habit is more important than a big income. If you can't manage 100 rupees wisely, you will waste 100,000 rupees in the same way. The goal is not to spend more to earn rewards. The goal is to get rewards without spending more. Poor people serve the system. Rich people learn the system. Smart people use the system. Which one are you? People think saving money means cutting the things they enjoy. They think financial success requires a painful lifestyle full of restrictions. But true intelligence is not about removing comfort. It is about removing waste. Wealth is not built by suffering. It is built by optimizing. Most people don't know how much they overpay for things they already use. They pay full price for their internet, their mobile plan, their subscriptions, their gym, their insurance, and their utilities because they never ask, never compare, never check, never negotiate. They think negotiating makes them look poor. But let me ask you, who is poorer? The person who pays more for no reason, or the person who pays less because he is smart? Rich people don't pay less because they are stingy. They pay less because they care about efficiency. They don't waste money just to feel prestige. They make their money work like employees. If your money is not working, it is lazy. If your money is lazy, you will work harder to compensate for it. When you lower your bills without lowering your lifestyle, you give your money better discipline. Let me share something from business. When Alibaba was growing, we didn't become successful by spending a lot. We became successful by spending wisely. We negotiated partnerships, we compared costs, we changed models, we optimized processes. We didn't look for the cheapest things, we looked for efficient value. Wealth is not about spending less, it's about spending smart. The same mindset should be applied to personal finances. Why pay a high internet bill when a better plan exists? Why pay monthly for a service that costs 30% less annually? Why keep subscriptions you don't even use? Many people pay for things that don't add value to their lives, simply because they don't review their choices. A mistake people make is thinking small savings don't matter. They say, it's only a little more. Yes, it is small today, but wealth grows from the discipline of small amounts. If a pipe leaks one drop every second, one day the whole bucket is empty. The problem is not the drops. The problem is ignoring the leak. If you lose small money every month without noticing, in 1 year, you lose big money without realizing. And worse, you didn't even enjoy losing it. You paid more for the same thing. That is the real loss. Lowering bills is not about becoming cheap, it's about becoming aware. It doesn't take effort to ask for a discount. It doesn't take suffering to choose a better plan. It doesn't take sacrifice to review your auto payments once a month. A 10-minute conversation with your provider can save you more than hours of work. A 5-minute cancel of a useless subscription can save more than a lecture on finance. Small, smart choices protect your future without hurting your present. A poor mindset spends without thinking. A rich mindset questions everything. Ask, compare, negotiate, optimize. The goal is not to live smaller, but to live smarter. When you learn to reduce cost without reducing comfort, you are no longer a consumer. Your money becomes your employee. We live in a world where people make decisions fast, but regret slowly. Most financial mistakes don't happen because people are stupid. They happen because people are too emotional at the moment they spend. You walk into a store, you see something shiny, your heart decides faster than your brain. You take out your money before you take out your logic. And when the excitement fades, only the bill remains. That is why delaying a decision is more powerful than denying a desire. The 24-hour rule doesn't say don't buy. It simply says think first, buy later. We are not stopping pleasure. We are stopping regret. In business, I learned this lesson early. The worst decisions I ever made were the ones I made too quickly. The best decisions came after waiting, observing, thinking. Time is a teacher. When you give your desires time to rest, they reveal their true value. Most things you want today, you won't want tomorrow. The emotion will disappear, the price will remain. People don't become rich by avoiding spending. They become rich by avoiding unnecessary spending. The problem is not buying. The problem is buying without thinking. Let me ask you a simple question. If something is truly important in your life, will it disappear in 24 hours? No. The things that matter are still worth it after a day. But the things that don't matter usually fade away quickly. That is why delaying is more effective than controlling yourself. If you try to control your desire, you fight with yourself. And people always lose battles with their emotions. But if you delay the decision, you let time fight for you. Time has no emotion. Time brings clarity. Time removes impulse. If every financial decision waited 24 hours, most people would save more without feeling deprived. Many people confuse speed with success. They think fast action means smart action. But in money, speed is often a trap. Sales, discounts, promotions, they all push urgency. Only today. Last chance. Hurry. The companies know if you think too much, you won't buy. So they try to steal time from you. If they steal your time, they steal your money. Smart people take their time back. If a sale ends before you decide, let it end. Sales don't make you rich. Wisdom does. Delaying purchases teaches you something more important than saving money. It teaches patience, and patience is the foundation of wealth. The stock market rewards patience. Business growth rewards patience. Investment rewards patience. But spending punishes hurry. If you can think before you buy, you are training your mind to think before you invest. The same brain making small spending decisions will make big financial decisions one day. Wealthy people are not quick to spend and not quick to react. They let time filter emotions from decisions. Poor people rush. Rich people wait. Waiting doesn't cost anything, but protects everything. When you learn to delay, you stop being controlled by your impulses and start being guided by your goals. The world rewards those who know what they truly want, not those who grab everything they see. Give your desires a pause and watch how your future grows. Most people live surrounded by things they don't need. Their homes, their offices, their lives are full of items that serve no purpose but to occupy space. And yet, they don't see these items as money. They see them as memories, convenience, or comfort. But in reality, these are resources sitting idle. Wealth is not just about how much you earn. It is about how much you keep working for you. If something is not serving you, it is costing you. Every unused item is wasted potential, and every wasted potential is money lost. The smartest people are the ones who convert waste into opportunity. When I started Alibaba, I learned a simple lesson. Every resource, every asset, every opportunity has value. Even small things, if managed correctly, can generate wealth. Your old phone, your extra furniture, your clothes that don't fit, your books that gather dust, they are all opportunities. Selling them doesn't mean losing anything. It means turning what is idle into active benefit. Poor people hoard things and call it security. Smart people transform things and call it investment. The difference is mindset. One sees things as objects. The other sees things as capital. Selling what you don't need also teaches discipline. It forces you to evaluate your life and your priorities. Many people don't realize how much clutter they have because they don't question their habits. But when you decide to turn your unused possessions into money, you suddenly see the value of choice. You start asking, do I really need this? Does this help me grow? This simple reflection changes not only your finances, but your mindset. Financial freedom starts with awareness. Awareness starts with action. And action begins with converting idle things into something productive. There's also a deeper lesson here. Money is not just made by earning more. It is made by reducing waste and unlocking hidden value. Many people chase high-paying jobs or risky investments while their homes are filled with forgotten wealth. They are blind to opportunity because it is close, simple, and quiet. Selling in used items may not make you rich overnight, but it trains your mind to see value everywhere. Rich people don't wait for opportunities to knock loudly. They see the whispers, the small chances, the hidden potential. Every unused item sold is a small victory in training your mind to think like wealth itself. Furthermore, converting unused things into cash gives you confidence. You realize that money is not a fixed resource. Money is energy. It flows. It can be created from almost anything if your mind is sharp. You are not helpless. You are creative. Financial empowerment is about knowing that even small, overlooked things have potential. It teaches resourcefulness, one of the most important qualities for success. The person who can see opportunity in every corner will never be poor, even when others are struggling. Wealth is built on decisions, on vision, and on action. Selling in used items is a small action, but it symbolizes a big idea. Everything has value if you are willing to see it. Clutter doesn't serve you. Idle things don't serve you. But transformed assets, even small ones, start serving your future. When you learn to unlock hidden value around you, you begin to unlock hidden potential within yourself. That is how small steps today become the foundation for financial freedom tomorrow.